Tube Nation, what's good? You know what it is, man. You know, if I'm in front of a camera, it's gotta be something. So let's jump right into it. I've been hearing all the commercials, listening to the radio, which is something I don't do often because most new music is crap. But you know, thanks. I live in Texas, so Boom 94.5 is saving grace. But I keep hearing that. Something that bothers me the most about this time of the year is the emphasis on giving and giving back this time of the year and this time of the year only. There's a heavy emphasis on gotta give back, let's help people that are less fortunate, just gotta give back, let's help people that's less fortunate. And it's typically November through December. That's it. Now once the new year hit, once we get the new year going popping, you know what I'm saying, New Year's Eve, you get your drink on, you know, do something you might regret, talk about what you're gonna do that you know you ain't gonna do, you know, your New Year's Eve resolutions or whatever. Well, I I got issues with that, man. It's like, damn, the only time we think about people in this country is when it gets real cold in most places in this country. We get folk, they like their time, like, you know, Black History, we get a month. Cinco de Mayo, they get a day, so forth and so on. Like, we categorize being human or being humane into its own little slot, and then we keep moving to the highway. And I think that is uh, such a poisonous mindset to have. And now, growing up, you know, I wasn't along with it because I didn't know no better. I was just like, okay, you know, this time of the year, you know, New Year, okay, it's cold. Wait for it to be spring. Spring's here. Can wear less clothing. Summer's here. Wear a lot less clothing. Fall's here. Start putting clothes back on. Winter's here. You know, Thanksgiving, Christmas. You know, especially growing up, you know, summer break, loved it. Um, Labor Day, loved it. Uh, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas. You know, the two weeks break off. Like, yes, that's what's up. That's what I need in my life. And you know, I loved it. Now that I'm older, I'm starting to realize it, and I'm starting to, you know, wake up and become more conscious on what's really important. I'm like, dang, this time of the year really sucks. It's a sucky time of the year. Oh, you know, remember the reason for the season? Nobody gives a shit about that. I'm just gonna keep it honest. We spend very little time with our families on Thanksgiving, especially this year, because Walmart pulled a doozy. Walmart didn't say, no, we're not gonna. They didn't say open at 12 o'clock that night. They did their Black Friday starting at 6 p.m. So you sit with your family all maybe an hour and 30 minutes, and you got to run and be there about 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock to beat everybody else in line. And it's just crazy. We're so much about trying to get the perfect gift because we think that's what our children want. And low key, yes, you know, once you come to a certain age, of children they kind of know what they want and they don't want. But let's be 100. We really do it for ourselves, for self gratification. I was able to get my child the one thing they wanted. That makes me feel good. And you know, yeah, you know, you want to take pride in being able to give your child something awesome, and they, you know, they have it, and it uplifts their spirits or whatever. But they're always gonna come out with a new toy. There's gonna be something newer, better, has more articulation. I remember back in the jump, Batman only had 4 articulations. He moved his left arm up, right arm up and down, left leg up, and left arm down. And actually, one time the legs didn't move. The arms moved a little bit, but the legs didn't move. And now, you know, they got the Batman toys where they almost pop lock if they want to. You know what I'm saying? We would have to have the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. But there's always going to be the newer, better, and badder toy. I guess I'm kind of living with myself, you know, just for now waking up to this. But how come we aren't teaching our kids more skills? How come we aren't building their mind instead of building up the toy box with toys that we're gonna end up stepping on anyway? They're gonna break. That's just the way it is. Kids and toys, they get broken. We are so animate about getting the newest, fanciest, and prettiest and sparkly gadget that we don't build up the psyche of our children. And when they're not able to get these things, these shiny little trinkets, it lowers their self-esteem. It takes something away from them because they feel like they failed to meet a certain standard or a criteria to receive a gift. And the reason why I'm saying this because me and my wife we were talking about Christmas and this, that, and the third. And my mindset on Christmas, like, no, F Christmas. For what? And part of it is because I know where Christmas stems from. It's really not something, especially if you call yourself Christian, you should be celebrating at all. But we know how, no, well, Christianity, that's another vlog for another time. But my issue is, Vic, how come you're not building your children's mind up? Instead of giving them little trinkets and toys they're going to break, why don't you give them something they can learn from? That's why, like when I go to my timeline, they have the suggested items for you to look at and companies that are, you know, up and coming. And one's called Kano, or Kano, not Game Mechano Learning Systems or something like that. And it's basically it teaches you when you, especially I think a certain age, I think it's like between 7 and 10. Teaches your kid how to build a computer and start coding. Like they build a computer, it walks through coding, they can create their own first game and so forth and so on. I was like, okay, that's dope. I like that idea. That's something. That's just not a simple, basic toy. That's something I can give to my kids and they can learn from. There's another one that's for younger children. I don't know if it's Play School or Fisher Price, where it has like a little digital caterpillar or something like that, and it teaches coding as well. I'm like, okay, that's a skill I can teach my kids now. Because when I was growing up, I used to wonder like where are these kids coming from? They know how to code already. I'm trying to take computer science, uh, and it's supposed to be the 101, but he's teaching like I know how to do already. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, bro, like slow. This is 101. I don't know nothing, but everyone else is picking up, and they keep going on because they were already exposed when they were younger, even if it was just in high school, how to do these things, how to work these systems, how to code and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is, you don't necessarily have to do what I'm doing, do what I say I'm doing, like exactly like that. You might want to teach your sons how to build, how to be carpenters, or, electricians. Teach your daughters, um, say no swiping nobody, but how to be mechanics or whatever. I don't know, but we should be more concerned with teaching our children life skills that they can always use. They get them some trinkets that they're gonna end up breaking anyway, and you have to take back to Walmart and try to get a replacement or put your money back in your pocket. That's all I'm saying, man. We gotta do better, black people. We have to do better about what we are instilling in our children now, because those are gonna be the children to take care of us in the future. And I don't want my kids uh, more concerned with having the sparkliest and prettiest car than having a nice stable home, a stable um, and fortified mindset. Because if I'm old, because I'm gonna take care of my parents when I get older. People want to send them to home, but that's not me. Because what you do with your parents, your children are gonna do with you. I'm a firm believer in that. But I'm gonna take care of my parents unless they don't want to live with me. If they don't want to live with me, fine. Oh well. I'm still gonna take care of you. I don't care how you feel. It is what it is. But if my children, or if it's ever gets to the point where I have to be cared for, I want them to actually know something. I'm just saying, I want my daughter to be able to know the difference between uh, sugar in the raw and arsenic. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. But people, you know how we do. I love you. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there's any topics you guys want to talk about. Uh, I can give you my opinion on it, or even give you my personal experience with it. And we keep moving to the highway. Peace and blessings. Ashe.